Hi, I'm Dr. Angela McKaye, chiropractor and naturopathic physician, and it is Friday favorite day. We're talking about SIBO this week, and I've already touched on some of these things already for you, but I love ginger tea. Talked about that in the last video, and it's antimicrobial, it's antiviral, it's great for this time of year when colds are starting to circulate around. In traditional Chinese medicine, there's an acute cold flu sort of treatment where they just take off 3 slices of ginger, boil the heck out of it. When you start to get like cold or chill or feel like you're coming down with something, wrap up in a warm blanket and drink that hot ginger tea. The way they make it is to put in enough brown sugar to be able to taste it, and they boil the heck out of it so it's super spicy hot. I don't recommend the sugar because if you're having SIBO, that's just going to feed the gut bugs, but sweeten it as little as possible, or just don't boil it for so long. Just get that nice warm ginger flavor. You can also just get ginger tea off the shelf already in a tea bag and ready to go, and just steep it a little bit extra. Some other things that improve digestion that we haven't talked about that sometimes can be very helpful for SIBO are increasing stomach acid, because remember, if you're stressed out, you're not making as much stomach acid, or if you, as you get older, you make less stomach acid. So you want to increase the acidity of the stomach acid or the volume, and you want to have that available to help break your food down and also act as an antimicrobial, so that when you pass it on to the duodenum and the small intestine, it has the proper pH for that to work on, and promotes a situation where you're not going to grow extra bugs. So one of the ways to do that is with apple cider vinegar. You don't want to drink it just straight, because I don't want it to irritate your esophagus going down, especially if you've had reflux. You can have a lot of burning there and irritation of the lining of the esophagus, and we don't want to aggravate that at all. But apple cider vinegar, you can use it as a dressing on your salad, or you can take it with a tablespoon in a 1/3 cup of water. If this aggravates your symptoms at all, stop. Because you may be one of the few people that has too much stomach acid. And then the other thing that can be helpful is digestive bitter. So there are a lot of bitter herbs that can help with the secretion of bile and stimulate digestion that way, that you can take before meals to help digest your food. And then really one of the most important things all around that you can do is stick to the food hygiene. So we talked about that before in previous videos, but you really want to get into that rest and digest state so that you are centering yourself, breathing, getting into as much of a parasympathetic state as possible and out of that fight or flight state, because that's where you're going to be able to digest. If you can't get into that rest and digest state, you cannot digest your food properly. That also includes chewing really well, and taking the time to eat, not eating at your desk or in front of the computer or while you're doing something else, walking around the kitchen, but really sitting down and having a nourishing meal and focused on eating, chewing, and absorbing what you're eating. So that's it. Give those a whirl and stay well. I will talk to you soon.